Larry, you told me something very important, and I want to hear a little bit more.
What?
You said you voted for George Bush twice.
Well,
As someone here, I can't even imagine someone that would vote for him a second time. Dan obviously was a huge fan of George Bush. Tell me a little bit about that.
well, the last election was the first time I ever voted for a Democratic president. I voted for Obama against McCain. So that McCain's only issue was that he wanted war. There was not a war that he didn't like, and he didn't really. It was a lightweight in terms of the economy. And after Bush, it was time for a change.
Right.
But I voted for Reagan. I voted for George H. Bush. I was devastated when Clinton beat George H. Bush in '92. I thought the market was going to tank. And it turns out it didn't. But for me, the best presidents were George H. Bush / Clinton. They really did the same thing. I mean, Bush broke his promise on taxes in order to get pay-go through Congress, meaning you can't cut taxes unless you cut spending, or you can't raise spending unless you raise taxes. And then you had pretty much balanced budgets, and Clinton followed the same pattern for 12 years. You had a great economy. So, to me, those are the best two presidents. Most conservatives don't like George H. Bush. And Reagan, to me, was a good president. He was a charismatic guy, charismatic enough that Volcker could raise interest rates and break the back of inflation without the country, saying you can't do that. But and Reagan tried something at the time it was kind of novel, saying, "I'm going to cut taxes, and then we're going to run a budget deficit, and then Congress will have to cut spending." Well, it turns out it didn't work because they didn't cut spending.
Right.
And he was also a big defense spender. But so I voted for Reagan, I voted for Bush, and I voted for Dole, and I voted for George W. Bush twice. Obama was the first time I voted for a Democratic president.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.